So you've been looking for a sign to say that you need to start your YouTube channel? Well, here it is. And you're probably like, oh, I really want to start my YouTube channel, but I don't really know how. I got you, because in this video, I'm going to tell you what you need to know and what you need to do to start your YouTube channel. So grab your pen, paper, pad, whatever you need to really lock in and invest, because I'm dropping straight gems and it's going to be no skips. So let's get into the video. So before we get into the video, I just want to put a disclaimer out there really quick. I feel like my advice is just as good as anybody's advice who has tons of subscribers, because at the end of the day, we both have YouTube channels. For those who may be watching, may be discouraged at the videos who have over 100K subscribers and things like that, I'm at like 500 right now, so I'm right in those beginning stages with you. So yeah, if you're here, you clearly want to start a YouTube channel, so congrats in advance on your channel. And yeah, I'm about to tell you everything that y'all need to know, what y'all need to get, all of that. So, and I have a list. I have a list that I want to go to. So if you see me like looking down at my phone, it's just because I don't want to miss anything. So first things first, when I say starting a YouTube channel, that you need to do is just start. Simple as that. Like Nike be like, just do it. Literally just start. Like create your channel, figure out what video you want to do, and just make the video. I say that because sometimes we get so caught up in trying to have the video so perfect that we just take so long to do it, and you just got to get over posting that first video. So just a quick tip on what the video should be. Most first YouTube videos are basically just introducing yourself, like who you are, what your channel is going to be about, what they should expect, things like that. Once you get over that first video, all the rest is light work. Just start, literally just hit the record button, set your camera up, hit the record button, get the video, edit that video, post that video, and then on to the next. So first things first, when it comes to starting YouTube, just start. So second thing when it comes to starting a YouTube channel, what you're gonna need is equipment. You need something to record off of. Now, you don't need the expensive cameras, you don't need the fancy tripods, none of that. I have a $20 tripod that I got off of Amazon and an iPhone 13. The iPhone qualities be up there with the cameras. Like, I feel like a lot of times we get so caught up in trying to have the perfect equipment that hinders our process in trying to start a YouTube. And that was me even. It took me a while to really start mine because I was just so caught up in the fact that I just felt like I needed to get a fancy camera, and I needed this tripod, and I needed mics and light, you know, all this A1 setup, when it really all I needed was just a tripod, some good light, and an iPhone. And it don't gotta be an iPhone either. You can use whatever phone you have, but just an up-to-date phone and a tripod, and I'm telling you, it's just as good as a camera. Now, eventually, when the time comes that my channel grows a little bit more, I will invest in a camera. Or when the storage goes up on my phone, I will invest in a camera. But for right now, I've been making it work with just a tripod and an iPhone. The tripod that I have will be linked in the description. So the next thing would be editing. And when it comes to editing, I use CapCut. So every transition, every overlay, every effect that y'all see is all done in CapCut. And I do have CapCut Pro. It's like $7.99 a month, but anything that you're doing to perfect your videos is an investment. So you starting a YouTube channel and you want to have better editing, invest in yourself. You know, this is all an investment, and you're taking a risk on yourself. And I feel like if you're starting a YouTube channel and you're investing in yourself, it's worth the risk. Because at the end of the day, you're doing something that makes you happy. A lot of times YouTubers say they use Final Cut and Adobe Premiere. Those are hard editing softwares to use, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I majored in mass comm when I was in college, and we had to edit with Adobe Premiere. So granted, I was able to learn how to use it, and I know how to use it, but that's not something that you can just learn overnight, or that's something you really gotta lock in and try to figure out, because it's so much that comes with it. And CapCut is like very user-friendly, it's easier, it's quicker, and a lot of the stuff it's just there. Like, I even edit on my phone. I don't even edit on a laptop. I literally edit on my phone. And I know a lot of times we need that. We need something that's like that basic until we can elevate the game. But if you're just starting out, my advice would be to use CapCut. And if you want to invest in CapCut Pro, it's a few features that they have on the Pro, but you can still use the regular CapCut. But starting out, my advice, I say that you should use CapCut, because it's just easy. I feel like when it comes to editing, one of the biggest pieces of advice that I also learned when I was in college is audio video linkage. When it comes to editing videos, sometimes you don't want it just talking like this, or you just hear me, you want the background noise. So you hear the music and then you don't hear the music. You hear the music again while I'm talking, and now you don't hear the music. But you want that music in the background, but also you want the video to match, you want the music to match whatever. All right, so, my fault about that. The camera just cut out, and see now I think it's time for me to invest into a camera because I'm running out of storage on my phone. But what I was saying was the audio video linkage, you want to make sure that that's like to a T. So for example, if you're having something really exciting going on in the video, you don't want jazz music or calm, soothing music going on in the back. You want like up music or like something that's just going along with it, because again, it's just making the video one more interesting, and then it's just like ear catching and eye catching at the same time. So again, I use CapCut, and if you don't really know how to use the app, you can always Google it, look it up on TikTok or even YouTube, or just how to use the app. That's just how easy it is. And I'm not saying that I'm like the techiest person either, but if I gotta look up something on Google to figure it out, I'm gonna do it. So yeah. Next thing on the list would have to be thumbnails. I didn't really know how important thumbnails was until like the second time I revamped my YouTube. Thumbnails are very important. Like, thumbnails is basically like what y'all see when you're scrolling. It's like, you want every time you click on one that's like lit, or it's like, ooh, like I wonder what this video about. Like, yeah, I read the title, but like this thumbnail really makes me want to click on it. It really matters for something called CTR, or also known as a click-through rate on YouTube. And that's basically if people see your videos, are they clicking on them, and like what's the rate of it? And you really want that number high, because that shows that people are genuinely liking your videos. So that's gonna make YouTube want to push your videos out to more people. You gain more audiences, things like that. Thumbnails plays a major part when it comes to doing YouTube. So make sure you really take pride in your thumbnails. Don't just whip them up real quick trying to rush. Really take pride in your thumbnails. Again, if you don't know how to make the best thumbnails, look them up. But an app that I use to make my thumbnails is Canva. I do have Canva Pro. Shout out to Asia. But Canva Pro, they have features like that, background remover, and just things like that. So I highly suggest you invest in Canva Pro, because there's a lot of things that they have that just makes things more easier. But Canva as a whole, as an app, if you're not somebody who's really, I don't really know how to make thumbnails, or that's just not your forte. The thing I love about Canva is they have templates, and a lot of the templates are easy, and they're like eye-catching, and they're aesthetically pleasing. So all you have to do is just put whatever your video is. So for example, say you're doing a vlog, they can give you a variety of vlog templates, and then you just customize it to your own. That makes sense. So Canva is definitely an app that comes clutch. There might be a lot of apps out there, but again, this is just how to start your channel, and this is what I use. So, and I feel like my thumbnails be really, like for example, I did a college advice video. So would you rather click this thumbnail or this thumbnail? I'm pretty sure y'all probably said this one, just because it's just a lot going on, and it looks like, oh, like I want to click that one, Say that to say, really take pride in your thumbnails, because it really determines if people really want to watch your video or not. And you can have the greatest thumbnail in the world and it still not be the best video, but people are clicking on it because the thumbnail is just that fire, So really take pride in your thumbnails. So again, what I use is Canva. I do have Canva Pro, but Canva is a great app when it comes to trying to do your thumbnail. And even my intro video that y'all seen, I know it's called, and it's just me typing out my name, but I did that in Canva as well. So tap in with Canva, because Canva's heat. So next on this, when it comes to starting a YouTube channel, it's you. It's all about you. Find for your YouTube channel, and emphasis on the you. Like, I see a lot of creators talk about you need to have a niche, or you should categorize yourself in one thing, so people don't say like you're all over the place. And me, like, granted, I think that's great advice because it worked for them and it works for a lot of people, but me personally, this is my personal opinion, I don't want to categorize myself to just one thing. I don't really believe in having a niche. I mean, again, if you want to do this, you're more than welcome to, but me, I don't want to have one specific thing that I do, because again, I want people to come to my channel for me. Like, I want to be the brand. Like, when people search my name, they're coming to my videos to see me, not necessarily something that I'm doing. And again, a lot of people do this and it works for them, but if you want to have a niche, you can. If it works for you, great. But at the same time, I want to take the risk and maybe work a little harder so people can come to my channels for me. And I know it might not be easier that way, but at the same time, again, I know what I want out of my channel, and I don't want people to come to my channel for what I just do. I want them to come to my channel for me. So, when it comes to YouTube, figure out how you want your channel to be ran and go with that. I feel like we get caught up in how to start YouTube channels for people who have been doing it for a while, so they were able to do trial and error. And yeah, they know what works and all that, but at the same time, it's YouTube, me, you. Y'all get the correlation I'm trying to say? So whatever works for you, whatever you want to do, figure out that. But if you want to do a niche, you can, but at the same time, I don't think nobody's forcing you to. So what's next? I feel like everybody says, like, this word is just said all the time, but it's true. Like, it's really true. Consistency. Like, but I'm laughing because everybody says that, like, you gotta be consistent. You gotta be. It's true. It's true. And I'm not realizing it, bro, until like now that I'm doing YouTube again. Like, being consistent is everything. Because again, you gotta look at it. Put yourself in the shoes of a viewer. If you subscribe to somebody's channel because you really like the video and you don't see another video from them for another 5 or 6 weeks, it's like, dang, where they go? Like, why am I even subscribed to them? You know, you start to get forgot about. So especially in those beginning stages of becoming a YouTuber, you really want to be consistent. So one, videos are being more. Yeah, I think God is telling me that I just need to go ahead and buy a camera, because this is the second time that it just cut off because I don't have storage, and it's driving me insane. I think where I was last at was basically, whether you have 1 subscriber, 5,000 subscribers, 500,000 subscribers, you have subscribers, and you want to stay consistent because you have somebody who's invested in your channel, invested in you, so it's only right to, you know, pay them back with a video or some content. This next one is all about you, you know, be you. I know it's easier said than done, but I kind of struggle with this. I'm a very open, energetic, animated person, and I wasn't really showing that the first few YouTube videos that I would make, because it's kind of different when the camera's in your face, and it's like sometimes you want to be a little reserved just because that's natural when the camera's in your face, or you don't want to be looked at as doing too much, all this and that. But at the same time, if that's who you are, that's who you are. You gotta embrace it, especially on YouTube. That's where you'll gain your audience, because again, something I feel like with YouTube is people gravitate towards personalities of who people are, just how they act, and you know, just things like that. A lot of things that YouTube does is like trendy content. People can do, for example, fashion content. A lot of people can do get ready with me's, but people are gonna gravitate to certain people's get ready with me's because of who they are as a person. And I feel like, again, that just goes into just being yourself, being you. Don't really put on a act for the camera, because YouTube wants to see the real you know, who you are. And again, that'll just naturally gravitate an audience towards you that's probably, you know, love you for real. You know, people want to see who you are, especially when you're just producing content and things like that. Just be yourself. Now, I know sometimes we look up to YouTubers who we want to be like. Now, don't mimic them. They can have an impact on your channel, maybe like the style of their videos, but make sure your personality overshadows all of that, and it's not looking like, oh, you're trying to be like this person more so, you know? Because again, we all look up to certain YouTubers, but like, don't have it to where it's like you're copying them, you know? So make sure you really be yourself and just show who you are authentically. And it'll take time. I know you get shy after a while, but that goes all into being consistent. The more consistent you are, the more videos you have, and the more comfortable you will get with the camera. So being yourself all goes into play with just being comfortable with the camera. This next one is vital. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of going through it right now, but I see a lot of YouTube pages go into the ground because of this, and it's sad. Do not let numbers kill your page. I don't think y'all heard me. Do not let numbers kill your page. I'm gonna say that one more time just in case y'all didn't hear me. Do not let numbers kill your page. Bruh, I just say that to say because it happens, and it's so sad the way it does, because it all plays into that consistency aspect. But like, we get so caught up in numbers and comparison that it kills the spirit that we have even for wanting to pursue what we want. And this goes for anything, for anybody who's trying to be an entrepreneur, or just anything in life that involves numbers and involves the numbers determining who you are. It doesn't. Numbers don't determine anything. At the end of the day, regardless of whatever matters, you're starting the YouTube channel because you want to. So if one person sees it, 10 people see it, 10,000 people, eventually they'll grow. But when you're in those beginning stages, it's so much harder to believe that, because it's like, I put all these time in these videos and only a few hundred people are seeing them. And that's even me right now. But that's just all, like, YouTube is just a different app, and it's kind of really hard to grow on YouTube. But don't let numbers kill your page. If anything, don't worry about the numbers for the first 4 or 6 months of YouTube. You know, just really produce. Not saying just don't care about what you post and just put anything out there, but like, don't be so invested in what the numbers are that you're just so caught up in, oh, this video only got this amount of views and this video only got this amount of views. It's like, when nobody see my videos, I don't really care about YouTube no more, and I don't really care if people see it, because I'm just gonna stop because nobody's watching my videos. No. If you don't know how your video is impacting people, how it's influencing people, just based off maybe those 2 or 3 views, those might be 2 or 3 views of people who really, you know, like your channel and all that. So that's why I just say, don't let numbers kill your page, because I feel like, again, that was one of my problems, and that's still even a problem now. I feel like I put a lot of effort into videos and they're just not getting the attention that they deserve. But I'm at a place now where it's enough for me that I have a channel and I'm producing content, because that's all I want. You know, I feel like, again, we see so many YouTubers who have the 100K and things like that, and it's like, that's what we want, which is okay, because we all want it. But at the same time, it's like, you got to be real with yourself. If you're just starting out, you're not going to be the next big thing by tomorrow. It just doesn't work like that majority of the time. Today's society, people getting famous overnight, but majority of cases, it doesn't happen like that. So don't let numbers kill your page, because just remember your why. And when you do that, remember the why you wanted to start in the first place. That should comfort you enough. If you're just doing this to try to get some quick money or things like that, I don't really know if you're gonna, because numbers are required for that, but you gotta look at it as a hobby. Like, you're doing this for fun because this is a passion. But if you're just doing it for different reasons that require this amount of numbers and you're not getting those numbers is gonna kill your page. And again, it's so sad, because I see like a lot of creators just die off because they're not getting the numbers that they want, when just things take time. Like, a lot of big YouTubers that we see now, they didn't get this overnight. Some people, it took years, like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 years to finally get where they're at today. So that's just something that just has to comfort you, that 1, eventually will happen, and 2, it just has to be enough for you that you have a channel. You know, just be grateful for you having a channel and you're doing what you want. That just has to be enough for you for now. Now, if it comes to a point where your channel starts growing and you start to get those numbers, round of applause. But for right now, just let it be enough in the fact that you have a channel and you're about to start posting, and you're posting content that you want people to see. That should be enough. So don't let numbers kill your page, especially in the beginning, because it's hard and it's discouraging. It really is. But I'm telling you, you just got to stick with it. That being said, if you're still watching at this point in the video, congratulations, because you made it to the end. I felt like I covered pretty much everything. Again, this was a video on how to start a YouTube channel, not necessarily how to grow. And I'm at like 500 something subscribers right now, so we're still growing. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't already. But once I get to a point where my channel's at where it needs to be, or not where it needs to be, where I want it to be, where I feel like I have enough subscribers and my channel has enough growth to where I can talk about how to grow, now make a video on that. But for right now, I feel like I covered pretty much everything on how to start a YouTube channel. Again, when you're starting a YouTube channel, nothing is gonna be perfect. I feel like we gotta get that out of our heads, especially for the perfectionists. If you're a perfectionist just like me, get it out your head. Like, your videos are not gonna be perfect. It takes time. The way you like videos now might not even be the way you like videos later down the line, 6 months from now, the way you edit and all that. So just do it, you know, just start the channel again. And I say that to say, because we're 4 months until the new year, and I don't want you to wait until January 1st to be like, oh, today's gonna be the day I start my YouTube channel, because again, it takes time to grow, and you could have been doing YouTube for 4 months now, and your channel could have probably been somewhere. You never know where your channel could go. So I just said it to say, just do it, you know, just take the chance on yourself and just do it because you want to do it. If you're watching this trying to figure out how to start a YouTube channel, you want to start it, you know, so just do it. Because again, I'd rather you try and fail than not try it at all and regret it because you just couldn't get over that fear, you know? Regret is something that you don't want to live with. So just start it. If you needed a sign saying to start, this is literally me saying, start your YouTube channel. You watching this, wanting to start it, just start it. make the account, post a video, figure out what you want your channel to be about, and just post a video and just keep going from there. Like, you'll only get better. You'll only get better. And there's plenty of other videos out there like this that probably have more advice, but me, again, I'm in those beginning stages as well. So I feel like that's kind of like a sense of togetherness thing, like we in this together type of time. Hey man, start that YouTube channel. So with that being said, that's pretty much the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Like it if you love it. I know this is probably pretty much all over the place, but I feel like I really hit it on the nail where it needed to be. Comment if it was something that I didn't say or something that I missed that you want to know. Comment, interact with me, and subscribe, man. Join the mafia, become one of the mobsters. Because again, I'm trying to grow this channel just like you, the one who's trying to start. So yeah, man, start that channel. Like, just start it. Bruh, like I want you to start that channel. Like that's you gonna make me jump through the screen now. Like, just start the channel. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. Again, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, peace.